Peace, y'all. Happy new moon in Aquarius. I wanted to show you guys a working that you can do as we prepare to move out of the as we prepare to move out of the winter seasons in a couple months. We're going to be moving more into the spring seasons, okay? I wanted to show you guys a working that you can do for this new moon in Aquarius, which will help you with liberation and freedom within your own unique identification and your own unique individualism, okay? The sign Aquarius, while it is a humanitarian sign, it is a sign that is always searching for ways in which it can liberate in society, ways in which it can free society, ways in which it can help humanity and help humans. The sign that is Aquarius is a sign that is always searching for its unique liberation, its unique identification within the world. Aquarius is the sign that allows us to explore uniquely who we are, uniquely what our gifts are, uniquely how we show up and how we operate in the world. So the sign Aquarius is helping us always to move forward within our own personal liberation, our own personal freedom, our own personal sense of self and sense of self-identification. All right. I want to show you guys a simple working that you can do to help move along your self-mastery, help to grow yourself, help to grow your gifts, help to grow who you are as your own sense of being. Oftentimes within spiritual work, a lot of us get into this and we focus so much on the orishas, we focus so much on other spirits, we focus so much on entities and everything else outside of us. And I'm grateful for my spirits. I'm grateful for my spiritual tribe. I'm grateful for all the spirits that watch over me, for my ancestors, for my orishas, for my lawals, for all of the spirits that are around me, for my celestial tribes, for all of my beings that protect me, that watch over me, that assist me within my journey. But a lot of us seem to forget that the spirits are here to help us in our own unique liberation, in our own unique sense of self, in our own unique identities. And a lot of times within spiritual work, what I see happens to a lot of people is people get too caught up in what everybody else is doing. They get too caught up in everybody else's identity and what the other person is doing. He's a psychic, he's a reader, he's this, he can do that, she can do this, she can do that. Everybody else can do everything else but you. We spend so much time reading on other spirits. You know what Legba can do, you know what Marie Laveau can do, you know what Lamadama can do, you know what all of these other spirits can do, you know what every spirit can do but yourself. You have no unique expression of your own identity. You're kind of like a fly, just flying and hopping from place to place, to thing to thing, because you have no unique sense of your own self, no unique sense of your own mastery. As we move out of, it's really important, first of all, that we focus on the celestial movements. We focus on the movements as how they are, and sometimes stop trying to create our own way, because these planets have been around long before we were even birthed, before we were even a cosmic creation. The planets, the celestial movements have been around. Right now we are in the winter. The winter time is a time that is about the shadow. It is a time that is about exploring the shadow and allowing the shadow to emerge, so that when you come into that spring season, the spring season which is about growth, the spring season which is about fertility, the spring season which is about blossoming, the spring season which is about abundance, the spring season which is about setting the stones for the summer. Okay, notice how everything follows its own track. Everything has its track within the movements, within the energies. Everything has its own purpose. And oftentimes, a lot of times, magicians or whatever occultists think that it's their job to switch around the purpose and switch around, like, you know, create their own ideals of what things are. It's not our job to necessarily create our own ideals. It's our job to sit with these imprints and sit with these cosmic energies that have already been here, that are already here, that already have their own purpose, and to figure out our own purpose, how we fit in within. How do we fit in? How do we fit in amongst all of this? How do we fit in? So it's really important, as we are closing out these colder months, that you guys are searching for self-liberation. And especially with this Aquarius energy, you're searching for self-liberation, and you're praying for liberation over your spirit, and you're praying for your own self-mastery, okay? What I have here, this is really, really simple, okay? I want to show you guys a working that you can do, and you can light this for at least 3 days or 7 days with your higher self, with your own ori, your own personal ori. This is not for any orishas. This is not for any spirits. This is for lending personal power and figuring out your own ache, all right? This is a custom candle. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it with the light. It's black and it's purple down here. This is a custom candle that I make at it's on my site for self-mastery, for self-empowerment. It's blessed. It's worked with my spirits and my saints. It's blessed for 21 days. It was blessed last year, so a lot of them are already made, and then they're custom. You know, once the order is placed, then they're custom for you with its own special stuff. You know, that is, once you place your order, we'll discuss all of that. But these are custom candles. You guys probably can't see it because of the light in my house, but they're purple right here, and then they're black up here, and they're custom made candles. Okay, here is a powder that I have with about this has 15 different powders, which include coffee, matcha de santo, a bunch of other master of the woods, a bunch of other power herbs. For you guys who are at home who may not have access to some of the ingredients that I use within my stuff, simple. This is very, very simple. You can use coffee. Coffee in itself is its own kind of revitalizer. It adds a certain type of power, a certain ache, a certain type of, it allows for revitalization over the spirit. Okay, so when you combine the elements of coffee and then you combine a purple candle, you are allowing for your higher self and your higher wisdom. You are accessing the higher wisdom of your own higher self, not any spirit, not any other energies, your higher self. So you can allow yourself to have self-mastery. You can walk in the alignments that are already aligned for you. You can walk in the paths that are already created for you, and you can figure out what it is that your higher self wants from you at this current time in your journey. Okay, so you can get a purple candle and you can work with coffee. You can do this at any time, but the new moon in Aquarius is a really special time to do it because Aquarius is a sign that is about self-liberation. It's a sign that is about self-identity. Okay, make a triangle. Triangles are about power. Okay, triangles help to add to whatever energy or whatever spell it is that you are already doing. Okay, this is going to be for your Ori. It's going to be for your higher self. A prayer that you can do, a simple prayer that you can simply do to your higher self, is calling for self-mastery. You're chanting to your higher self, self-mastery. I open the space for self-mastery over my higher self. I open the roads to self-mastery over my higher self. You chanting, you're getting in that space. You're aligning with your higher self. You're allowing your higher self, your Ori, to come down within the space that you share, and you're allowing your higher self to open up that cosmic imprint between you and your higher self. Okay, once this is done, whatever remains you have, you can just tie it up in a white cloth and you can dispose of it. Okay, peace and have a happy new moon.